Hey man, I don't understand the outrage about the scientific technology in Boruto. Like, let's be honest, in Naruto Shippuden, in one of the first episodes, Deidara used scientific technology when he fought God.
Check my clock, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop.
Alright, on a serious note, will scientific technology ruin Boruto? It depends. Now, to start off this video, I will be talking about the hardcore Boruto fans because I feel like as of right now, the main viewers of Boruto are going to be the hardcore Naruto fans as of right now. Now, here's the thing. I feel like it really depends on how they actually use and utilize the scientific technology. Now, throughout this video, I'll be talking about multiple levels of scientific technology, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys might have varying opinions about how good it is and how bad it is. And of course, there are some people out there, and I do kind of agree with them in terms of their own feelings and opinions, man, because everybody is entitled to their own opinion. A lot of people might say scientific technology, they don't like any levels of it, they just want it not to be in Boruto, period. But to understand it better, I will be going over the levels of scientific technology where I feel like the mass audience of Boruto will be okay and possibly the mass audience will probably be not okay with it. Now, level 1 of the scientific technology, I feel like this would definitely ruin Boruto, period, if they continue on with this trend. And I feel like the Boruto writers understood that this wasn't necessarily a good trend, mainly because of the backlash that they did get from all the Boruto audience. Thus, the reason why we haven't necessarily seen a lot of this scientific technology. So now we've seen level 1 in the OVA where we've seen Konohamaru basically summon a Rasengan that wasn't necessarily his. And of course, everybody understands those frustrating scenes with Boruto, and Boruto did utilize the level 1 of scientific technology that I'm going to be talking about in the Chunin exam. Those scientific technologies, as I said, should be absolutely outlawed. The only time I want to see those type of scientific technologies are possibly in filler and slice of life episodes. In terms of real, actual battles that are probably going to determine huge moments in Boruto, I definitely don't want to see it, and that could definitely ruin Boruto as a whole. Now, there are going to be the select few people that actually do say that this is definitely not a problem, but let's be honest, I feel like majority of the people understand that this right here takes no skill. This whole idea of this type of scientific technology are basically to protect civilians, people that don't necessarily know how to fight, people that don't necessarily know how to manipulate chakra. This right here should not be used by actual ninja that know how to fight, that's been training to do this for their whole lives. Now, level 2 of the scientific technology I feel like is a little bit more acceptable, but in my opinion, I feel like this would definitely not be good for the overall brand of Boruto, mainly because it's stepping into something that we definitely are not used to in terms of Boruto and also the Naruto brand. A great example of this would be Ao. I'm pretty sure a lot of people here know Ao. He's basically a part of the Naruto Shippuden anime, and a lot of people thought that he died when he got hit with a tailed beast bomb, but it turns out that he didn't die. He was actually reintroduced in Boruto as a villain. Now, when he was reintroduced as a villain, he's basically half man and half scientific technology. He was basically like a cyborg at that point. Now, this level of scientific technology, as I said, pretty much unacceptable, but it is a little bit better than just pulling a Rasengan out of your back pocket, literally. At this point, Ao was comparable to a puppet from a puppet master like Sasori or Kankuro, where he had multiple nozzles and multiple hidden technologies in his body that were pretty much lethal at that point. The guy has like a gun on his chest, and of course, this came as a shock to a lot of the hardcore Naruto fans out there, mainly because, hey, first of all, this is the character that we've known and loved from the Naruto Shippuden series that went out basically protecting all of us from the Akatsuki and Madara. But the biggest point being is that this guy is half robot. As I said, it's not as egregious as pulling a Rasengan out of your back pocket. I feel like this would definitely be straying away from the original intent of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, but I feel like it wouldn't necessarily destroy the brand of Boruto. Now, I feel like at this point, after level 2, we start getting into the area of where the scientific technology would be a little bit acceptable. Now, this level implements a different level, and of course, it's going to be the level of integration of the scientific technology. We've seen it from multiple angles. Now, one of these examples can possibly be Naruto. Naruto himself uses scientific technology. He uses it in his prosthetic arm. And of course, a lot of people know that Naruto has a prosthetic arm, but of course, it looks like his regular arm. It doesn't look absolutely bonkers like how some of Ao's limbs look, where it just looks robotic. Naruto's arm looks like a regular arm. There's a certain chip in the middle of his hand where he's able to absorb chakra, where he's able to absorb jutsus. I feel like that type of implementation, which is a little bit subtle, it doesn't necessarily seem like it's straying completely away from Naruto. I feel like a lot of people are going to be accepting of this type of ability coming from a character like Naruto, and especially the fact that we've seen people with this ability do this before. We've seen Momoshiki absorb chakra like this. We've seen multiple other people with Renegons absorb chakra like this. So the idea of Naruto having this ability isn't going to be that much far-fetched. And I feel like, honestly, this right here would enhance the fighting scenes where we actually do see Naruto fight a worthy foe. For example, if Naruto had this prosthetic hand when he fought against Momoshiki, he could have possibly absorbed some of Momoshiki's abilities, and that would have definitely attracted a lot of people to the fighting scenes and the choreography that Naruto now has. And I do want to emphasize how subtle of a change this is. This isn't anything groundbreaking. It doesn't necessarily make Naruto look like a different character, and honestly, I feel like it just makes Naruto an overall better character in the things that he can do. Of course, there's still going to be those people that think that scientific technology should not be in Boruto, period, and of course you guys have the right to your own opinions, but I feel like this right here is something that makes the overall thing look more entertaining. Now, staying on level 3 of this scientific technology, which is a little bit more egregious, where we are going to learn about how the overall mass of people feel about this technology. This example is going to be Delta's eye. Now, I do want to tell you guys, people will be swayed away from this eye, man, because she will be going against and fighting Naruto. We understand that Naruto pretty much has the largest fan base in all of Boruto, period. So her basically beating up on Naruto because of her scientific technology, people are not going to like it because of that. She has an eye dojutsu that's pretty much built specifically from scientific technology, and it could do multiple stuff. Now, as of right now, we still don't know everything that this eye can possibly do. As of right now, we know that the eye can pretty much track people. It can see far distances. It can absorb chakra. And 9 times out of 8, we've only seen about 10% of exactly what the eye dojutsu can possibly do. So I feel like it definitely won't ruin Boruto. And for a lot of people out there, it would definitely make the series of Boruto a lot better, man, because there's a lot of people out there that definitely likes eye dojutsus. And of course, there's a lot of people out there that got tired of the Sharinegans and Renegons being blasted in our face for 500 straight episodes in Naruto Shippuden. So this could possibly be a breath of fresh air. Now, level 4 of scientific technology, and I feel like this is definitely the highest level of technology that we've definitely seen before in Boruto, period, which is the implementation of scientific technology into actual cells of people. For example, we've seen it in Delta and we've seen it in Kawaki already. Lord knows how much other people have this basically implanted into their genes already. A lot of people compare it to the ability of Jugo, where Jugo has the ability to create extensions of himself. If you guys recall, Jugo used to always do this with his arm. Supposedly for different people, it affects different parts of their body. For example, Kawaki has the same thing with his arm. Delta has the same thing with her leg. And not only that, the scientific technology also gives these characters the abilities and also super strength. For example, Delta can jump and run extremely fast because of her scientific technology, which is built into her own gene. Kawaki has these abilities to shoot off these blasts, which don't necessarily come from chakra, because Kawaki himself said he doesn't know how to manipulate ninjutsu. This blast right here specifically comes from scientific technology. Now, pick up what I'm throwing down. With this type of ninjutsu, it's not like the previous scientific ninjutsu that we've talked about before. For example, with level 1, all you have to do is pull out a Rasengan out of your back pocket. With level 2, you already had guns implanted. In level 3, everything that you've implanted in yourself, it works perfectly fine. Now, with level 4, it seems like you actually have to train to be able to utilize this scientific technology to the best of its ability. And it's going to be a lifelong training process. For example, Kawaki, as of right now, he's very good with this scientific technology, but we can already see from the previous chapters that Delta is absolutely leagues ahead of Kawaki in terms of using this scientific technology, which basically tells us that you actually need to go through vigorous training and also vigorous fighting to actually know how to utilize this to the best of its ability, which is very good in my opinion. It's not like the other technologies, as I said, where you could just pull it out of your back pocket and you're good already. I personally feel like I have no problem with this, and of course I do understand that there are going to be some people that do have a problem with this, but the thing about this type of scientific technology is, much like level 3, it's very subtle. You hardly think that they're using scientific technology. It's just a part of their being. It's what they actually are made out of. And same thing with level 3, it could definitely heighten and make these fights a lot more interesting. But overall, I do want to know your opinions about this situation, man, because I know this is going to be a very polarizing topic. Some people are just not going to like scientific technology at all. It's been your boy Barbie, and we out.
It's a knife.
Check my clock, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols. Reaming my body, clothing no issue. Bitch, you look sick, you need a tissue. You drop a body, I just might bless you. I'm at your sexual, no high cholesterol. Where's Jenny Craig? Bitch, just get sexual.